Welcome to this week's Luxley show.
Hi. Oh, I'm Leah.
I'm Huxley, and on this week's show... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11...
And this?
Oh no!
Oh. Yeah, what are you doing?
And maybe a bit of this. Never give.
And now for this?
What kind of cheese can hide a horse? Mascarpone.
Do you remember last week's riddle? I have a bed, but cannot sleep. I have a head, but cannot weep. I can run, but I can't walk. And I have a bank, but not a penny to my name. The answer is... a river.
I performed last night at Valentine... Have you been there? Valentine Graves?
No.
It's a swanky new bar in Newport Town Centre, and it's very nice. It's got a couple of different floors, and there's themes in like the toilets are named Waterloo. Absolutely, there's lots of train station memorabilia and stuff around there. It's quite a nice bar. Check it out. It's in Newport's Town Square, and I was doing some magic there. And this is a photo of the poster. Ooh, yes, look, it's classy, isn't it? Yes. And yeah, I just wanted to thank the staff down there and all of the patrons who were hilarious. Did you know what they said? Do you know what they said? I had not one, but two people say to me, you look like Huxley, my mate Huxley, he does magic as well. And I had to sort of giggle and say, yeah, that's me, I am, hi, how you doing, do you remember me? Yeah. So it was very funny, had a little giggle. Wanted to say thanks to those guys down there. Hopefully we'll be doing a lot more with them and Luxley soon. So yeah, check out my website, facebook.com/HuxleyMagic for more info.
Press conference. What about him? What do you think?
Now, you lot, have you seen this table? Because this table is quite freaky. Look, you can pull these out of them, which are pretty freaky. Now, I haven't got anyone to spectate, so I'm just going to put this sponge into this hand. So watch as I put this sponge into this hand. I'm going to click, open up, and we'll find two sponges. Now that's pretty freaky. I've got two sponges. Do you want to see the best trick in the world ever with two sponges? Are you ready? Are you ready? Ready? I'm going to make them change places. Ta-da! Look at that! They changed places. How good was that? We do it again. We do it again. Ready? They changed back. Look at it. No, they did. No. Okay, I'll do it for real. I'll do it for real. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now that's pretty swish, do you not think? So literally, that's pretty swish. You're happy with that? Everyone's happy with that. Awesome. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this one here. Well, you get to pick. You get this one here or this one here. This one here? Beautiful, right. And this one here. Now I'm going to join them together. Or is it this way around? Oh, it's this way around. It's this way. Right, just like this. Squeeze them in like that. That's good, that's good. Okay, so basically it goes like this. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And we're going to hold that there. And I'm just going to grab some invisible ones out of my pocket. I've got one invisible one, that's 3. And that's 4. Okay, so we're looking at 4 just there. Now it doesn't look like it, but if I click my fingers 3 times and open it out, we'll end up with a number 4. Now that's pretty sweet, that's pretty sweet. You take the number 4, scrunch it up, put it in this hand, and go like this, and you'll see it disappears completely. Up next is the Grabby Claw Challenge. Let's see how Kev gets on. Ready! No! Robot arm! Ready!
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
And he's off, he's off, oh, he's off! He's got a limp one. He's a bender, look at that go! Oh no!
doing?
It's at that horrible angle. You know what it is? It's because you haven't got the light on.
Oh yeah.
There you go. You haven't got it yet, mate. What are you doing?
What? But it's there.
Come on, you can beat me at this, right?
You can beat Huxley.
Oh, he's got it, he's got it.
You can beat him if
I've
you
turned
get
the light
it
off.
Go, quick. You can beat him. You can.
Yay!
Oh,
Yeah. Wow, that was a superstar score of 2 minutes 15 seconds. 0.54. So he narrowly, only narrowly beat me. That's 2 minutes 15 seconds. 54 for Kev. So Kev is gonna go just here on the leaderboard. So Kev is in 3rd position. Find out how well Radish does next week. Check it out. Lucy Boynton, just a quick note on her, we didn't get a chance to do a full special with Lucy Boynton. I did manage to get a chance to go and see her photos, which were excellent, I've got to say, before the ceiling started raining. Someone had a bath upstairs and it came through and everyone was evacuated. Oh, crazy manic stuff. But there were some beautiful shots, and if you get the opportunity, check it out at the Key Art Centre for the next few weeks. And up next, this. How many line dance instructors does it take to change a light bulb? 5, 6, 7, 8. This week, I am into. This week, check out the first 4 rules to magic. These are my 9 rules and a couple of top tips that I'm going to show you. We're going to give you half this week and half next week. So for this week, the first 4 rules to magic. Exciting. Check it out. If you're performing any trick, then you want to follow these basic rules. I've outlined some core rules and some extra rules that you should apply to any magic trick that you do, and this will literally help develop and improve your magic regardless of which trick and routine it is. First one is practice. Practice until the secret is never revealed. If you want to get good at anything, you want to practice it, but specifically within magic, practice until the secret is never revealed. Sometimes you want to practice in front of a mirror, other times you want to practice in front of a camera, which is brilliant because you can review the footage, play it back slow-mo, and you can really check and find out if you're doing anything and flashing, as they say, showing people what they shouldn't see. So practice the trick until the secret is never revealed. Once you think that you've done it and you've practiced it enough, still practice it a bit more and you'll be that much better at it. What we get is you get muscle memory. So you do things so much so. My example yesterday was the original Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi. He made Daniel wash on the car and then wash off the car. And then he was waxing on the car and he waxed off the car. And then he painted the fence and then he unpainted the fence. I think it was primer and then fence. And these movements were the movements that he was using for the Kung Fu. So waxing on and waxing off. So practice and your muscle memory develops and you don't even need to think about it, you just do it. It's beautiful. Never give. But with my tricks you can trade. Okay. So never give away the secret. So when your best friend says, oh, you need to tell me how that works, don't tell them. You can't tell them, you're not allowed. Alright, that's the rules to magic. Magic is all about secrets, and if you tell everyone the secret, then it's not a secret anymore. So the idea behind this is, for you to be a good magician, trade your tricks. If you've got a really good trick, don't let anyone know it. But if you've got a good trick that you don't mind trading for another trick, then get someone to find a trick that's worthy to swap. If you can swap those over, you'll end up with a new trick, he'll end up with a new trick, suddenly you've got 2, use those 2 to get 4, use those 4 to get 8, use those 8 to get 16, and so on and so forth. You end up with a whole arsenal of amazing tricks and professional workers, some that you might use, some that you might not use, depending on your style. But never give, always trade. Have magical respect. Aretha Franklin, R-E-S-P-E-C-T. 4, 3 things. The props. Now props are object. Anything that you can hold is a prop, okay? A deck of cards there's about 53 props in my hand right now, because you've got 52 cards, and then you've got the box itself, and they're all props. Now, as you can see, this one hasn't been taken care of as much as I'd have liked, but the deck is still here, and the box is still here just about. I can replace that with sellotape. So what we need to do is have respect for these. Now, if you bend, or lose, or rip, or mark the back of any of these cards, this whole deck is ruined. So I've got to have a lot of respect for these props. So I'm not going to drop them into a puddle or ruin one of the cards, because then I can't perform any of the tricks. Have respect for your props. Also have respect for other performers, okay? Even if you don't really like them, or you know how their tricks work, or even if you can do their tricks, even if you do their tricks better than they perform them, give them the dues, because you never know, you might learn something. And that again goes with the performance. Have respect for their performance, and hopefully they will have respect, mutual respect for you and your performance as well. Give the opportunity for them to start and finish their performance from get-go. Don't be that person that's, oh, I know this, oh, I can do that. If you really want to have that discussion, then wait until everyone is gone, and then chat to them and have respect for their performance. You never know, you might learn just a little bit of information that might even better your performance. So a line or a joke or something that you won't ever get to if you blurt out that you can do this or you can do it better than them and whatever. Okay, so let them perform, okay? And hopefully they'll let you perform. Last but not least, if you say, rule number 4, I am a magician, or Magic Ian, depending on if you're really good at spelling or not. I'm not so much. So I am a magician, okay? Or if you want to say, I do magic. The more you say that, the more people will want to see that. Very much like a comedian. They say, I'm a comedian, you say, tell me a joke. So when you say you're a magician, they say, show us a trick. So you have to show them a trick. And if you show them a trick, then you're a magician. So even if you don't believe you're a magician, if you just say that you do magic, then people will ask to see it, and by proxy you'll end up doing more magic. So try and get into your head that you say, I do magic, or I'm a magician. If you're asked about hobbies, if I do Xbox, and I do computers, and I do horse riding after school, and I also do a bit of magic tricks, oh, I want to see a trick, and then it starts from there. One of my students wrote me a letter not too long ago, and it says I love magic, and I just wanted to read it out because it's quite cute. I've really enjoyed having magic lessons with you, Huxley, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. My favourite trick was the rope trick. I hope you have lots of fun with your next group, because I do magic at various different schools, and I hope the nice children are very nice too. I really enjoyed it. Yours sincerely, Erin. So I wanted to say thank you very much, Erin. That's going to go up there on the wall. Thank you very much. The bookshelf of love. Which item will it be? Wait 30 seconds and you'll see. So on the bookshelf of love this week is this. There's a tiny little plectrum and it says Rocksmith, the authentic guitar games. Rocksmith were the guys who had the system that plugged an actual guitar into, I think it was an Xbox or a PlayStation, and you could play the game and actual guitar, a bit like Guitar Hero, but real guitar. And the guys who were doing the promo for this, they took a big black bus, and there was computer screens and you could play the game and stuff, and they were parked next to us at Reading Festival, so I'm there painting tattoos and these guys were playing various different bits next door to us. It was a lot of fun, so that's this week's Bookshelf of Love. Okay, so here is the rundown on how we do the sponge routine. This is a pretty crazy one. This is what you need for your sponge routine, okay? And as some of you might have guessed, these are cut out of a standard kitchen sponge. Now, it's really easy to make yourself a set of sponges. You just need to get hold of a sponge. Now, these can be found at any shop that has any kind of cleaning department, so any of the Co-ops and the Sainsbury's and the Tesco's and the Safeway or Morrison's and the Waitrose and the Marks and Spencers and the Spars and the Audis and the Liddles, and even the fastest place to find a sponge is your kitchen sink. But if you're going to go under the kitchen sink, you do need to ask your mum first. So make sure you ask your parent or guardian if you can have a sponge, and pretty much they're going to give you a sponge. Now if you've got a sponge like this is perfect. You peel the green bit, from the sponge, just like that. We get rid of that, we don't need that. You do need to pick all these little green bits off. So try and do this very slowly, bit by bit. If you don't, you'll end up with something like that, and you obviously can't use it. So do this bit by bit, just nice and slow. Try and end up with completely even pieces of sponge. Get these bits off, there we go. Just like that. Nearly there. There we go. Now, there are thousands of different sponge products available. You can go through balls, lots of different balls, and balls are fantastic to use within sponge routines because they're spherical and they're the type of things that squidge down. Magician's sponge is far greater than normal sponge. You can scrunch it down into much tighter balls and it usually pops up greater. But if you haven't got access to any expensive magician equipment, then you can, as I say, make yourself some of your own stuff just from a kitchen sponge. So we need to cut this into some segments here. So first of all we need a number. So we'll cut this bit off here, and I'm going to cut this into a number 7. There you go, we get rid of these bits. And this bit here, we just need to make them into 2 pieces. I'm actually going to go diagonal this time, slightly outside the box. I'm going to end up with 2 triangular pieces. Okay, so these are my 2 triangular pieces for this particular routine, and my number 7. So we get rid of these, and I'll show you how it works. So first things first, what you're going to do is you're going to get rid of the 7, put that into your right pocket. You do need a pocket for this to work, so put it inside your right pocket. And to practice these moves, what we're going to do is just use 1 for now. What you do is take the sponge, hold it on full extension, so have this finger up here and this thumb up here, and hold it like this, like you're pointing it up to the ceiling and showing it like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this in this hand. As you put this in this hand, have a little look at what this hand is doing. Okay, so you put this in this hand. Okay, we'll put this in this hand. I'll show you again. We'll put this in this hand. So this hand starts to close. As I come in, it starts to close, and as it touches it, it's already halfway closed. And this is your screen here, so halfway closed. And you're going to continue to close, and you see it's bumped over. Okay, it's not crunched in tight, because otherwise it would, if say imagine you had a little beastie inside here, then you can make it bulge right up. He's got to have room to run around, he's got to have room to breathe, but he can't get out of these little holes. If you have trouble doing this, just put your finger in there like that, and then pull your finger out, and you see you've got the bulge there. So this is how you want your hand to look like, even if this is not in there. Okay, so put this in there, and it bulges over. Okay, then this time what we're going to do is we're going to put this in there. Okay, and you see it's in there even though it's not in there because I faked it. Okay, so what I did there was I put it in there, and as it started to close I pulled it back into this hand. So I'll show you from this angle. You put it in and you pull it back, and this hand will act as a shade. This hand has got to continue to close and be bumped over. And you can even drop the right hand and put the attention on this hand, because if the attention's on this hand, it's bound to be in there. You also come away pointing. So we put this in here, I'll show you from here, put this in here, pull that back into there, close this, and come away pointing. Now if you're pointing, or you've got your thumbs up, nobody thinks there's anything in here. Okay? That's where it goes. So pull that in there, pull that back, come away, it's in there, come away. Okay, so this is what you'd want to do. You want to put this in here and like this. Have a little practice at putting this in here and like this. And just do that a few times until it looks reasonably good. You should be able to do it really slowly, and it still look really smooth. Okay, now next step, what you want to do is you want to learn how to produce one of these. So you scrunch this into your hand. Okay, so you sat there like this, and you can then, you're right, pointing, thumbs up, pointing, point at a spot, and pull one of these out of nowhere. So what we're going to do is I'll show you from this end. You put that like that and you roll it down until it's touching the surface and you pull it through. So I'll show you again. You've got it in there, you point at something, come away, and this makes people have attention towards whatever you're pointing at. So we look at that. Oh, look, what is it? Oh, I'll show you. Put it there, roll it down and pull it out. Add your own sound effects if you like. Now we're going to do that again times 2. Put this one in here, so scrunch that one down first, and then scrunch this one down on the top. You don't want to join them together and scrunch them in because they won't come out one at a time. If you want to scrunch one down, scrunch the other one down, and you're ready to perform. So we can say, oh, what's that, what's that, oh, what's that, let me have a little look. You're going to go and pop one out. Okay, hold it on full extension, and the surprise will be there because they didn't expect that to be there. But remember, you're one move ahead. So if you're one move ahead, you can say, give me your hand, and they'll give you your hand, and you put this in there. As you put this in there, you scrunch it together with the other one. And you can hold it like that if you want, and put it in there like that. It's the same colour, so they don't expect it to change. Now, have a bit of distance between what you've just done, the actual magic, and the moment of magic. So now say, right, you've got to do something special. You can blow on it, or you can tap, or you can use a magic pen, or you can use a magic word and wave your hand, or cast a shadow, and when they open it out, they've suddenly got 2 sponges in their hand. This is pretty freaky. Then what you're going to do is you're going to line them up so they look about the same. Okay, so this way round, maybe this way round, and what you're going to do is, this is what we call the joke, the gag Ron. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make them change places. Say change places right at the last minute and put these ones straight down on top. And then lift up and go ta-da! And act as if it's the best trick you've ever done, and you're gonna get grief. They're gonna say, you're rubbish, you can't do magic. That's fine, you are lowering the expectations before you hit them with this next one. So then you're gonna do what's called the 10 count. The 10 count's really easy to do. All you need to do is put your hands up like this, start with the right hand first, go down on 1. So this one here is 1. So we're gonna go 1, 2. Easy enough? Show you again. Right hand first, 1, 2. Then we're going to go 1, 2, flip the right hand over, 3, 4. Easy enough. I'll try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is 5. Now you're going to grab this one with a full extension. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to flick this out there. So far we've been doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going back and forth, and people's attention is here, and they expect it's going to be there, and then there, and then there, and then you're going to go over there. So it really puts them off, and that's the element that we need. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is the misdirection that's needed, the big move to cover the small move. 7. Okay, that's the fake. Okay, so it's still over here, it's not actually in here. So I'll try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come away pointing, remember, come away pointing. This is going to be bulged. You believe the sponge is in here. If you believe that the sponge is in here more than your audience, then they will believe that it's in there too. With this hand that's pointing, okay, 7, and with this hand that's pointing, you're going to grab this one here. So grab this one and put it together with the other one that's in your hand and put them both up so they're both bulged. You see, this one looks like this one. You're going to go like this, that's 8, and you're going to go 9, sorry, that's 8, 9, 10. Open that hand up first, and there's nothing there, and that'll get a reaction. Wait for them to say, and then you can do 11, and that opens that up for the 2. So I'll show you that again at standard speed. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, and that is how you do the 10 count. Please feel free to reverse, rewind, put it in slow motion. I'll go slow for you this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And fast speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that is the 10 count. This leaves you in an awkward position because you need to get one from your pocket and load it into your hand secretly. If you have been using a magic wand, this is a perfect opportunity for you to put the magic wand back into your pocket, or a magic pen, and secretly steal your last number. If you haven't got this, what you can do, if you haven't used anything, is you can hand the 2 sponges to the spectator and say, "Oh, do you want to have a go?" And as you put them on the table, all the attention is on there. So if you put them on the table and say, "Oh, have a go," then you can sneakily grab that one out of your pocket and be back out pointing or thumbs up before they'd even know it. Now you've got the opportunity to take the 2 sponges and you're going to look as if you're matching them up. Now you can do this in your right hand or your left hand. I actually prefer with the number in the left hand for this to work a little bit smoother. So try and obviously put the number in the pocket that you want to grab it with which hand. So I've got my 2 cubes, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make a big point of making them match up and really get my face in and really see. And often I break away and say, "Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention?" And we'll try again. Going in. This is what we call milking it. And then this time. Now this is a moment of magic because your audience are going to think that this is really integral to the trick. It's going to put them together, squidge them in tight, and roll them down your hand. And as soon as you can, get that number out in play. Okay? Now that number is out in play, even though it's squidged up. I've even used my hand to squidge that in, and most of the time if I'm doing all this, they don't even notice that. So I hold this like this, and making sure that they can see the colour, but they can't see that it's 2 sponges, and get someone to hold on to it. And if they hold on to it, pointing or thumbs up, I can go back into the pocket to go and grab invisible sponges. Now invisible sponges isn't something you'd normally grab, but obviously it makes sense with this particular routine. And it also gives me a chance to dump the 2 sponges that I've had in my hand. So I'm going to just go and grab some invisible sponges. So reach into the pocket and grab some invisible sponge. I've ditched the 2 squares, the 2 triangles. So 2 plus 1 is 3, 4, 5, 6, I make believe in this, 7, that'll do. And so you ask your spectator how many have you got in your hand, and they say 7, and you say correct. And when it opens out, it's created the number 7. Now to end the routine, you can make it vanish by doing move number 7 again. So you just hold your sponge, hold the open hand, make sure the open hand is down like this so they can see it is empty, there's nothing on the back here. And as you put this in here, come away pointing, okay, reach forward and bend over to the right. A big move covers a small move. So what I'm going to do is put this into my pocket by under the cover of reaching over. And because I reach right over, it means that my hand actually ends up next to my pocket and I can jam it in there. And as I come back to breathe on it, my hands are empty, so I'm 1 move ahead, and if my hands are totally empty and I can't be found out on that particular routine. Hope you've enjoyed my sponge routine. Remember to ask your parents before you go underneath the kitchen cupboard sink to go and grab yourself a new sponge, and check out all of the other sponge products out there. You've got sponge rabbits, you've got sponge sphere to cubes, you've got ding dong, you've got all sorts of sponge things that you could utilise within your beautiful magic routines. Get creative, let us know what you've come up with, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Did you hear about the paranoid vegetarian? He always feared the worst. The worst.
That's all we've got time for this week. If you see anything you like, leave your comments, and if you've got anything to tell us, we want to know about it.
Don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, if you've got any websites or if you've got any artwork, poetry, music, that type of thing, send in the links and get in contact. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.
Ready for this week's riddle? How many months have 28 days? Have a think about it. Answers on the next week's show.
It's time to